Joining us here on Bearsports.com is Washington University head football coach Larry Kindbom. Larry, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for asking me to be here, Chris.
Larry, a big win against number 19th ranked Wabash, the second win over a ranked opponent in the last 4 years. The other one came in 2007 at Wittenberg. How special of a win was this for your football program?
I think it was really exciting for our players. We've been playing at such a high level and practicing at such a high level. You like to see the results and the on the performance end of things on a Saturday, and I think just to be able to beat a really good football team, a well-coached football team, and you know, culminate, I think, a week, or actually 2 weeks with our bye week of just, you know, bringing everything together was pretty awesome.
Larry, your offense had the ball with less than 5 minutes left against Wabash and needed a game-winning drive. They put one together. What does that say about how your team is growing?
Well, our theme for the year has been finish, and I think it was a very apropos kind of theme, especially when we get ourselves into a situation like we did on Saturday with Wabash, because they're a good football team. So it's not just saying let's just take the ball down the field and score. We're talking about taking the ball down the field against one of the best defenses in the country, and the poise that I think our quarterback had, I think the calmness that our players exhibited, really helped show that we were ready for that kind of a drive. It's nice that we also, you know, cemented that drive by putting the ball into the end zone too. But I think just the demeanor that we had really was a step up for us, maybe than where we had been in the recent past.
Larry, talking a little about the defense, they've been tremendous all season long, allowing a UA low 16 points a game. What's been the key this season to what the defense has been able to do on the field?
Yeah, I think there's a few things. I think number one, we're very athletic defensively, and I don't know how fast we are, but we're playing at a pretty good speed against pretty good people. And there's no question that with the schedule that we've had, that has prepared us to be able to play at a higher speed because we have been playing good people. But I think you know, Coach Allen's done a great job with the X's and O's, and I think all our defensive coaches have done a good job with the technique and the mindset of stopping the run, which we think championship defenses necessarily do on a week-to-week basis. And we've had really good young football players come into our program, and that really hits on two fronts. The first front is to have guys like Scott O'Brien and Tate Byers and some of those young guys actually step into the lineup and play, but it also helps out day to day to have an offensive scout team that has both speed and physical strength, and to prepare our defense better on a day-to-day basis. And there's no question that if you can prepare on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that Saturday is just a little bit easier. But our defense has played well. They get to the football, and you know, we've been minimizing big plays and minimizing mistakes. And I don't think there's any mystery to why you can have success.
Larry, senior quarterback Steven Sherman has thrown for almost 500 yards and 4 touchdowns in the last 2 games. He seems to get better every week.
You know, Steven is still, in some ways, a sophomore as a quarterback. He played his first 2 years here on the defensive side of the football. So last year he was really a freshman going through it, and I think he learned game speed last year. I think this year he's learning to express himself on the field. And you know, he's a very, very competitive athlete. He's very talented. But again, I have to take my hat off to our scout team defense that really has the speed to help prepare him for what he's going to see during the course of the game. And I really think that our offense is ready for game speed this year, and that's showing. So Steve obviously has been growing. I think our receivers have been growing week to week. Our pass protection has been outstanding, and I don't want that to get hidden in the bigger picture of just completing passes. But when Steven has time, he's going to take you apart, and he has time this year. Our offensive line has done a tremendous job in protecting our quarterback.
Larry, last question. A huge game this week at Wooster, a long 10-hour bus ride. Wooster starts the season 0-2. They're coming in on a 3-game winning streak and a bye last week. What do you expect from the Fighting Scots this week in Ohio?
Well, we know they're a very well-coached team. We know that they have pretty good team speed, and they've played some pretty good football teams, so they're going to be ready for for the start of that football game, having a week off, having an opportunity to get a little bit healthier. We know what that's all about because we went through that last 2 weeks and getting ready for Wabash. But it still comes down to how we come out of the locker room and how they come out of the locker room. After being away for 2 weeks, how are they going to come out and play? After we come off a nice win, have we matured enough as a football team to come back and say, okay, we have to take care of business, that opening kickoff, are we ready to do that? And I really think that's where the biggest part of the matchup is going to be, is who comes out and who gets on top early and then who can ultimately control the tempo of the game.
Larry, thanks for joining us, and good luck against Worcester this week.
Thanks, Chris.